Okay, so now we have our two functions. So load data, display data, and we've called them down here. So this is where our program starts running on this first line here, then the next line, and they call the functions, and we get the output that we see on the right-hand side. Now, I'm just going to close these down, make them smaller, make them disappear. And we're going to do another function now. We're going to call it def menu, and we're going to make a little menu so the user can interact with our program. Now, we haven't got many things we can do on this program, but we'll do what we can do. So let's say enter 1 to display data, and then we'll print, let's do this, let's do enter 2 quit. We've got two choices there. Let's get an input from them. They're going to make a choice, so let's take the input and call it choice. Sensible variable names here. And what I like to do is give them a little cursor so they know where they're going to type in on the screen. So just like a little arrow for them there. Now we need a condition, an if statement, just to work out what the choice is going to be and go in our different directions, branch off into the program depending on what they say. So I need a Boolean condition here. So if choice double equals and then a 1, we need a 1 in speech marks because inputs always come through as strings. So if choice equals 1, that's Boolean, that's going to equate to either true or false. So if it's 1, then it's true. If it is true, so if true, then we are going to call our display data function. So let's display data. Fantastic. And in fact, we can delete that from down there now. And then we'll do an elif choice is equal to, and then do a 2. And what we'll do is just, before we quit, let's just say goodbye. Goodbye. And then what we'll do, we'll just quit like that, and that will quit the program. And so that will run. Now we do need to load the data, so it's going to load the data. That still needs to happen, and then we need to do go to the menu. Now, when we do call display data, well, let's see what happens. Let's do one display data. Yeah, it's got it, and let's run that again, and press quit, and it's quit. So that does work for us, but we have to rerun it just to do the second choice. So if we want to do something, then loop back through the menu, we need to have the menu looping. So let's put this in a loop. We want it to loop forever. So to keep looping until we quit, up here, our condition, rather than putting a Boolean condition, we just write in the word true there. So there's lots of ways we can do it. We can type in a variable here and say loop equals 1, for example, then we can put here loop while loop is equal to 1, and then we can break the loop by having maybe we can close the loop later on by having it loop equals 0 or something down there. That will work. But all that happens here is that loop is equal to 1 is a true. That's a Boolean condition that is calculated to be true. So why not just write the word true and get rid of that, and that saves you programming lines. So just put while true. True is true, so true will always run, so it's always going to go. So it's just going to keep running. So we're now on the right hand side here. We can display data. We can display data. We can keep displaying data as long as we want. Hit 2, and it's going to quit for us. Okay, so we now have load data, display data. We have a menu, and we can extend that menu later on for it to do other things. But at the moment, that's what it's going to do. Let's close that down. We have to load the data for anything to work, and now we have our menu is called there. So the first line that it actually calls is to load the data, and the next thing is to do the menu, and the menu just loops around and runs inside. So if you build that, and you have a menu running, and that's it. Okay.